Hey y'all, Diamond here with a couple scary tales that happened just the other night. I wanted to do them yesterday, but I didn't have time. So, as you know, and I have a playlist, and if I can find it, I'll put it up here somewhere in the eye or at the end of the video, of paranormal tales that happen mostly on this land, true ones, things that we've actually experienced here. And I thought I'd go ahead and tell y'all about them. So, I think there's four in total, but they're really short and sweet. So the other night, everybody's in the living room kind of congregating like we always do. My husband's back there in his room playing video games as he always does. So we have a house full of people. We have a house full of pets and animals. It's a tiny space with a lot of people. Well, I had just poked my head in Destiny and Brian's room. I was doing something. I think I readjusted their fan so it would blow into the hallway because it's a really strong fan and it helps make it cooler in here. So I walked back to the hallway light, flipped it off, and I was going to walk back into the living room. And as I was going by, a shadow person, the first one I've ever seen in here, stuck its head out of their room, scared the living shit out of me. And I thought, well, at first, I thought I'd just seen a shadow. One of the kids were in the room, and it just looked weird. So I kind of stood back for a second, trying to figure out what I had just seen. And I decided to get brave. I reached over, flipped on their light real good. Nothing in there. They always leave a lamp on in there, by the way, but it was on, so I definitely seen what I saw. A shadow definitely stuck its head out and looked at me, and then went back in. It wasn't there when I turned the light on, when I went in the room. So I was like, okay, that's a little creepy. Taller than me, definitely creepy, because with all the things we're doing lately, and with it being my late daughter-in-law's birthday coming up, and the fact that we're going through a lot of her old stuff, sorting it, and all that, that would have been my first thought. She's 4'9". This thing was at least 6 foot tall, so there's no way, not physical way anyway. So, okay, so later the same night, everybody had went to bed. Zach was already asleep. I went into the kitchen to do something, and I flipped on the light, and I hit my husband's blue bag, which hangs on a hook over here sometimes. So I seen that move, and when I turned to look at that and see if it was going to get stable again, um, there was a man standing behind me. Not a shadow man. There were clothing. I couldn't really make out the clothing and everything, but it was definitely a male figure, definitely a man's body, gone just like that. I started breathing funny. I kind of leaned against my kitchen sink for a minute, going, I know, I saw that. That scared the living hell out of me. Who was that? But as quick as it was gone, nobody had a chance to run around the corner or nothing. I mean, so I started flipping on all the lights, checking the house. Everybody's asleep. And I made sure the door was locked. But what really calms me down in situations like that, it can't be anything too super bad. The pets don't react, or didn't anyway this time. Jake was laying in the middle of the floor like he always does, kind of looking at me. He lays beside Zach's bed a lot. So he's either beside Zach's bed or beside my bed. Chewy was at my feet. The cats were roaming around, so they didn't react at all. It didn't scare them. So, I let that make me feel better. So that's pretty much the end of that story. Then the other day, my son-in-law, comes in the house. He goes, somebody just talked to me down at your mama's house, and ain't nobody there. He said, ain't nobody there. He said, plus it's 6 p.m. and their alarm clock is going off. He said, I ain't never heard that alarm clock go off except for 6 a.m., which y'all know could be somebody accidentally said it wrong or something, but I don't know. But he said somebody talked to him, and I've went in that house before, and I put Buddy away and said thank you to the dog because he went into his room. Yes, the dog has his room. It's a whole nother story. But I put him back there and said thank you for him going back there. And somebody said, they said thank you back, I believe. But I've recorded that video already. And it was clear as day, scared the hell out of me because there wasn't nobody in that house. It's happened many times, but plus that room I was just telling you about with the shadow person the other night, which we've never seen nothing like that before in there, ever. Or in this whole house, to be honest with you. But we've got an EVP in there with something saying thank you over and over again. And they were saying thank you, Corey, to my daughter. So I don't really know. But it was quite clear and quite creepy and very low, and you could tell it wasn't a human voice, but it was something that was manipulated. I can't really explain it, but it was wild. There was one more thing I wanted to tell y'all about. I can't remember what it was now, but when it comes to mind, I'll let y'all know about it. So anyway, that's the end of my creepy tales for the last couple days anyway. And as they happen, I will tell y'all all about them. Do you guys experience anything weird in your house randomly and just here and there? What's going on with you? Much love. See y'all later.